Hey everybody, it's Li, she, her, stories. It's time for that final true path happy ending, probably. Unless it's another
How
unhappy
had it
ending,
come
but
to this?
how
They'd
did
been
it
on
come to
so
this?
many adventures together. Lapino had talked Reynardo out of prison at least 4 times.
Should old
and Reynardo had
acquaintance
rescued
be
Lapino from at
forgot?
least 2 lynch mobs.
And yet, he's a filthy traitor who must confront the traitor Lapino.
You couldn't go sticking jewels in your
How
gauntlet
far
just
back does
anywhere.
this go? Oh,
What if you dropped
okay.
one and broke it? Luckily, there was a bench.
It doesn't
right
go
here.
that far back, but it goes further back than I was expecting. Clearly, we got a new gem. Oh, we got another level of elemental existence. Is what I almost said. In a way, we all live in elemental existence because without the water, we would die. Without air and water, we would all be dead already. I wonder if I don't have the game volume a mite loud. But I'll turn it down after this battle. It's at least too loud in my ears. And I think we've increasingly found if it's too loud in our ears, it is probably too loud in y'all's ears. So let me turn the game down just a touch. There we go. Just a little notchy notch.
Because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the laughs, he wasn't a happy camper.
They're growing carrots on the roof.
Or did the Empire have his little white
How do you
tail
get
in a
up
vice?
wait, how do you get up to the roof though? There's no ladder, there's no roof access. You're growing carrots up there, but you can't get them. You're not gonna be able to harvest those. Stupid rabbits. I'm sorry, that was rude towards any rabbits that might be watching. It could be other people doing it. Please, if you are a rabbit furry, please don't stop watching. I didn't mean it. We love rabbits. Banooey. Well, maybe they can just jump real high because they're rabbits and get up there. Or is that like rabbit? Is that a rabbit stereotype? Not all rabbits can jump real high.
Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Reynardo.
Oof. Switch to Firefox, apparently. We still haven't. But that's because we're lazy. Honestly, what we're gonna do at this point is we're just waiting for the moment when Google actually like shuts off like ad block. And then we're gonna switch browsers because we're lazy. Oh boy, more elemental resistance. Let me just get that out of the way. There we go.
You
Yeah.
could learn new skills.
Oh, I can learn new
only
skills.
he'd take the
I have
time
two.
to figure out
We have
which.
2 skill points, right? We got 2 skill points for learning the truth. Buy another rank of that. Dash through shield enemies sounds fun. I can get more sword energy. I'm not against more sword energy. Let's get more sword energy. Why not? It's more energy for your sword. Oh, you're gonna jump down the well.
Reynardo had heard stories of a
Well,
dungeon
well,
where
well.
chests were filled with potions and weapons. Fairy tales.
Yeah, that's like an RPG, Reynardo. You ain't in no RPG, Reynardo. You're in an action game. You're in an... This is all action all the time. I say as there's nobody around. There we go. Oh, wow, look at how we've turned everybody on fire there. That's pretty cool. Like, the
Ravens
different
were
sword
landing
system is
everywhere
pretty
from
fun.
dropships. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, the rabbit would give the Empire all the intelligence he'd been stealing from the rebellion, and they'd probably give him a medal. He'd have to be very careful about how he played Lapino. At the slightest hint of danger, the mad rabbit would take off like a rabbit.
He could. The mad rabbit. There's a mad rabbit, and he's rabbit a rabbit.
Reynardo could sense it. Also, it still had its price tag.
I didn't get it in the chest, and nobody removed its price tag. Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? Here in the palace, things are the same. Islands are drifting. The islands are moving westward. What if the islands are some sort of herd and they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Fascinating. Well, we kind of... I like all these messages kind of build on the dad, because we don't actually see the Emperor much, but this kind of lets us know what his plans are.
Within your aerobics craze, am I right?
I want to know your plans, and how involved in them I am. Oh, it's Lapino. Die!
Bloody
Oh, I
and
talked to him
exhausted,
instead.
Reynardo finally reached Lapino.
I tried to kill him.
Shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Reynardo didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Reynardo wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Reynardo was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky River was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself.
He might destroy the whole fucking world with that, though.
That was it.
Did you not consider that, Reynardo? Now, isn't it supposed to have a key? Which one I'm supposed to do next? Is it not supposed to have a key next to it? Oh my god. I thought it was supposed to have a key next to it. I have to go back. I have to find the page. Where's the page I was on? Okay, I found it. This has the right route. Okay. Yeah, it just says choose the options with the golden key, but there's no golden key on this one. So send the traitor to fetch the core is next. Okay. So we want to get the core then.
Reynardo felt like a real hero, brave and smart.
I thought so, but I can't help but think this is still a dumb idea.
Go get the core while you attack Zenobia, he told the rabbit. Oh wait, I've an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia, said the rabbit. Right, yeah, that is better, agreed Reynardo. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Reynardo just needed the Emperor to use the core. If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly. Zenobia. He could save her and bait the Emperor at the same time.
What a plan. Masterful. 10 out of 10.
Right. Now, all Reynardo had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her
Easy
without any of
peasy.
the dozens of guards alerting her. Then, he would rely on her love for him to convince her how evil her father was, so she'd run away with him instead of going back to her father, who was going to blow himself up.
Yeah, this is all easy peasy.
Did sound a
No,
little risky.
no, there's no risk.
But Reynardo had a feeling it would work out somehow. It always did.
It always works out somehow. That's what we've definitely learned over all these paths. Is that it always works out, right? How many times has Reynardo died? Oh, you're an enchanter. I need you to die. Oh, more enchanters. That's an unnecessary amount of enchanters. Oh, I sliced 50 Raven Warlocks in two. Wow. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Slice and Raven Warlocks in 2 is always good business if you ask me. I'm so paranoid about the sound. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push that down. Did that stay down? Yes, okay. Getting paranoid about the sound. I don't know. We just got nervous. It's hard to balance. I know we always talk about, but we get so nervous about it.
If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his stuff better.
Like you gotta balance like every time. Okay, the music is much lower now, so I feel a little better. Slowly we are learning about where our levels should be. A year into doing this, we're starting to learn our levels. I don't know.
So that's what they meant by a firewall. What unlocks a firewall?
A Firefox, I guess. I don't know. Just more technology jokes, right? Let's make I'm on fire! I'm on fire! I'm okay. And now I'm more than okay. Ooh, energy on kill level 2. I'd like to get... It'd be pretty cool if we got all these gems before we get to the end of the game, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. Despite going through these levels so many times, we often do not entirely know the way we need to go.
It was a crafting bench.
It's not really a joke. It's not really a joke or a comment. It's just kind of there. Oh, into the sewers. Into the sewers. Stinky cabbages in the sewer. Gross. Don't see me. Thank you.
I'm perfectly sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
We could get to level 3 on everything before I'm done here. I'm not hoping on it, but we could. What are you doing here?
Lapino showed up. He was disheveled.
You're supposed to be getting something else.
Jumped us. I barely got away. Oh, they got the core.
They got the core?
Oh, it was all going according to
Oh, that's
plan,
what we
thought
wanted.
Reynardo.
Never mind.
Now he just needed Zenobia on his side. Yes, that was even better. The Iblis Stone. Zenobia could get it. And then the Emperor would have to pursue them. Wait. No. The gem would corrupt anyone.
Why did you... 322?
Even her.
That's a new 322.
That's it, he thought. Even Lapino. Even though Lapino was already a traitor. It would turn him against his secret master, the Emperor. He would try to make himself Emperor. And the Emperor would have to defend himself with the core.
Why did it just pause on 322 for this one?
Genius.
Hold on. Where's our guide? Where's our guide? There it is. Send Lapino for the Iblis Stone. Yes, yes.
This is
That's what I
terrible.
thought. Yes, that's what I would have
Reynardo
done.
told the rabbit. If only I had gone for the Iblis Stone. But now it's lost in enemy territory. He handed Lapino a map. It gives the bearer
So we're just basically
power.
jerking
The only
Lapino
hope
around
the
on this
Emperor never
route,
finds it. What was that? Said Lapino.
which is pretty
I think someone's
funny.
following us.
I like it.
I didn't hear anything. Rabbit ears. You go on ahead. I'll check it out. And with that, Lapino hopped off with the map.
Oh, it's Dupe. It's Fat Baby. Come here, Fat Baby. Get some pets before I have to stories the Path of Destinies more. Oh, She is so sweet. What is it, Juke? What you thinking about? Do not step on my recording equipment. Okay. Okay.
It would be fun to try out that one. And here was a handy workbench.
Can't get both of these. Honestly, the Void Blade, as much as we try to use it, it's not as good as, like, ice. It's not as good as freezing. Ooh. Winterthor got real cool looking. And we go here to take off this. See, all we need is... No. No, we have every gem at every... We have fully leveled up every gem. Nah? It sure looks like we fully leveled up every gem.
I don't notice that path
I don't think we've gotten a Chivo for it though, which is why I'm like, I don't know if we've gotten it yet or not. Maybe there's just no Chivo for it. There's a Chivo for like everything else in this game though. We've read this message, right? Well, let's look at it before I assume that. Yeah, we read this. We read this. That's the one where he's like, I'm sorry that I locked you up, but also I gotta fucking sacrifice you. Oopsie doodle. And then, you know, he sacrifices her, but only in the bad timeline. And we're not in that bad timeline now, are we? Well, I assume we're not in the bad timeline. So, Omen Sight had a pretty bittersweet ending. I'm assuming this game's gonna have a much happier... Well, Omen Sight did have a secret ending you could get, but the basic ending is very bittersweet. And we didn't go get the secret ending because we're lazy. I think we saw what it would have taken, and we were like, ah, nah.
Reynardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. She was curled up on her bed. He'd forgotten how beautiful she was.
Weird,
How
weird,
sleek,
weird.
how soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She was made of smoke, and he noticed he had a very solid blade to his throat.
So soft,
Did you
that smoke.
really think you could capture me? Heard a familiar voice. I just wanted to chat, said Reynardo. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He needs a sacrifice. Someone who truly loves him, to make a bargain with the lost gods. That's a vicious lie. He wants to bring them back. Oh, that's crazy. Why would anyone... They could make him immortal. An eater of souls.
Not an eater of souls. Like some kind of soul eater.
She understood. Reynardo told her how he had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred. How he had slept in a burnt village. At midnight, the Emperor's victims had come to him in his dreams to tell
When
him
did
of the
this happen?
hideous eldritch rituals they'd been sacrificed in. He could still see those kittens and puppies. Their wide,
He
sad
killed
eyes,
kittens and
moist
puppies.
noses.
This guy's a
You
monster.
can prove that. I've got a witness at the observatory.
I guess we're going to the observatory next then.
He couldn't tell her, not yet.
Warn
why he was
Zenobia
really
about
here.
Daddy.
He didn't want her to be anywhere near the fleet when her father blew himself and Lupino up. So he told her about how the Emperor's obscene rituals had raised ancient artifacts out of the land. How he'd followed the appalling trail of the hideous horrors His Majesty had perpetrated for the sake of his own immortality. Any of this ring a bell? He said. He told me it was all lies. You've always known when I was lying. I always hated that about you, said Reynardo.
Okay.
The rebellion had started
Well,
after
let's
atrocities
find
that
some
the
proof, I
Empire
guess.
hushed up. Reynardo had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had slept in a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies. had
Yeah,
come to
you
tell him what
just
the
talked
Emperor
about
had done
this.
to
You
them.
don't need to tell me about it again. We did just talk about this. I think I was gonna say, despite how many times we've gone through these levels, maybe I did say this. I don't remember. Anyways, despite how many times we've gone through these levels, we can never remember which way is the correct way. just kind of treat each level that we've seen 100 times. Well, not 100 times. Let's not exaggerate. Good gracious. It'd be awful to exaggerate. If you exaggerate, that's like lying. And if you lie, you're a monster. That's right. If I do even one exaggeration, I'm a monster. That's how the world works now. Anyways. I just think it's funny. We've been through these levels so many times and we're still just like, could be anyway. You just gotta approach them just like we're seeing it for the first time.
I'd know if my father started practicing black magic. Why? Would you join in? No.
Good question.
I'd destroy his books and I'd... Oh, God. Okay, you're not completely wrong. They've resurrected one of his victims. Well, look, I mean, look, it's not exactly alive, but it can talk.
Where? What is this thing?
She said.
True witness? I don't remember no true witness. What are we going for here? What is the true witness? I'm going along the perimeter. This is a nice little 2x2 tile. Yep. Just completely normal 2x2 tile elevator thingy. Floating platform. It's kind of an elevator. It's like a Wonka-vator, because it goes any which way, but you know, it's an elevator. Oh, it's this.
Oh, this really didn't have much in the way of safety features, did it?
One more time through this path. There's a message over there. Have we read that message? I don't know. I can just grapple over here.
Caught the lead raven.
Which one's the lead raven? They all look equal to me. It's kind of a it's almost like communist army, but I don't mean communist, but you know, they're all equal. It's not like anybody's in charge of anybody else. They've all got an important part in this army. Egalitarian army? Would that be an appropriate term? If they're all equal, egalitarian is like everybody equal, right?
That was always a rush.
Was it a Rush 2049 on Dreamcast? I thought not. Our parents went to San Francisco and they brought us back that game. and we were kind of like, oh, this is so cool. But in hindsight, it's like, you didn't have to go to San Francisco to buy San Francisco Rush 2049, like, despite the title. Oh, dead frogs. Weird Eye Door. I do not remember Weird Eye Door.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The ravens had taken special care
Those
to burn
sons
the
of
animated
bitches.
witness to cinders. Zenobia stared at the carnage. He didn't want me to hear the witness, did he? I guess not. What's your plan?
I mean,
She
that's
asked.
as bad as a
So,
witness, really.
Reynardo explained his brilliant gambit. Sending Lapino to get the Iblis Stone, become super powerful and corrupted, provoke the Emperor into using the core against him, thus blowing up both of them, and hopefully the fleet too. Let me visit your council, she said, shaken. I want to help. Could he really trust her?
I think so. I'm gonna check my guide, but I think we could trust her, right? Yeah, guide says we can trust her. Okay.
He'd done it. He'd made Zenobia see how evil her father really was. He wished she didn't feel this urge to join in the rebellion. After all, he'd taken care of the Emperor, right? Yeah, but she'd always been conscientious like that.
She's just
she told him she
nice.
had to go somewhere first.
Why would you
So
want her
Reynardo
to
gave
not
the
be
location
a
of
part
the
of
secret
things?
base, and they agreed to meet in the ruins. He had a very good feeling about this.
Me too. I feel so good. This is gonna go so well.
What had Zenobia gone off to do? What was more important than meeting the rebel council? Had he made a mistake, sending
This
her to
is
the
why.
ruins?
I think
No.
things aren't gonna go so good.
He knew they could trust each other. He could trust her because she never broke her word. And she could trust him because she could see right through him. Well, she'd probably be there well before him. She at least didn't have to fight her way through rainstorms of ravens.
Rainstorms of ravens. That's. I like that because it doesn't rhyme, but it plays off the tongue well. Rainstorms of ravens. Come forth, ye rainstorms of ravens. Fight, even though you cannot win. But like the thunder, you will.
He missed her. Not Zenobia. Hypatia.
You will rumble,
His
and
mother.
like the lightning, you will
Reynardo
flash.
never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always
Memorable
figured himself
but
for the
forgotten.
barmaid type. But then, he'd never figured the library
Memorable
of
but
Uva would have
forgotten.
comic books, or that Hypatia would know anything about them. He missed her.
Wait. Can I go back on that? Wait, I was doing my own bullshit during that. Wait. Reynardo's hot for Zenobia's mother? Zenobia's mom has got it going on. She's all that I want, and I've waited for so long. Zenobia, can't you see? You're just not the cat for me. Why is he hot for Zenobia's mom? I'm sorry, I know, I was talking over that. I was doing my own dumb shit because I was like, it can't be that important, whatever he's saying. And I look at it, I'm like, wait a second, what?
Conscious on the side of the path. And Reynardo could smell a familiar, sweet, smoky scent. Who? Zenobia. It had to be. She never used a combat spell when she could use drowsy gas. That meant she had the Iblis stone. What would it
That's
do
not
to her?
good.
She hated her father now. She'd kill him for
This is
sure.
why we can't have
The
nice
council wouldn't mind
things.
if she killed the Emperor, but murdering her father would destroy her. He
What
had to
a-
get to whatever ledge she was on and talk her down from it.
Sometimes a girl needs to just kill her dad. Not me. Not us. This
Reynardo
is
wondered
not
if
our
his
experience,
future
but
self had
having
commissioned these polls.
seen some girls and some dads, sometimes a girl just needs to kill her dad. Punish, terrorize, humiliate. Is it envy? Or is it fear? Or is it pride? Wow, that's pretty fucked up, man. The War Manifesto. I don't think you should have a manifesto for war. That also, if it says punish, terrorize, humiliate, I think your manifesto is kind of like a little obviously evil. But who am I to say? Who am I to say that obviously evil couldn't get away with it, looking at our world? Like, we are currently going through punish, terrorize, humiliate. Are we not? We are. Oh, that did damage. Did a little damage to
There had
me.
be something useful in these things, didn't there?
That's what I was thinking, but I guess not. I would. Oh, health. A little health would be good. These little stealth segments, I don't think they ever really, got interesting, I'm sorry to say. There's a lot we like about this game, but, these little stealth segments are always just kinda boring.
The long stairs. So he was close to
Okay,
the
that's how
base.
the game looks.
Nothing was on fire.
I saw all that.
So far, so good.
You can see it at the top, all that, like, smudgy and stuff. I was like, oh god, is that our monitor? And I look at the other screen, I'm like, no, that's the game, that's the game. It's a nice look. It has a, it's a nice, novel, like it's from a book look, I guess. I don't know. It looks painted, I guess. I say I guess, because I don't know. We're not an art student. We could not tell you the specifics of art. Damn it. Lost my combo. I was hoping to get them all in one combo.
But about what?
I could go through this ice store, or I could just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's just walk right in. Sit right down. Something, something, words. Who cares?
Everyone in the council chamber was dead. Zenobia stood
Yeah, that's
shivering in the
familiar.
courtyard, drenched in blood. Why? He managed. They started arguing with me. I lost my temper and I wanted their blood. Not me. The stone did. Why did you take it from Lupino? I had a plan. You had a stupid plan, she said. I'm going to go kill my father now.
Okay.
No, you can't. You'll just take his place. You'll become worse than him. Get out of my way, or I'll kill you too.
I kind of want to let her, but the guide says we should stop her and the Iblistone, which makes sense because, you know, yeah, like it's gonna consume her. We don't want it to consume Zenobia.
You won't kill me, he said, and I won't let you kill the Emperor. Enraged, she raised the sword. You hate him too. He could sense the
I guess the idea is you have,
yearning for his death.
given the information, it's
didn't
obvious
stop.
which
If you kill him,
path you should
He'll
take each
destroy
time,
you.
but I don't know.
I know you. Shut up.
We like
He
having a
shouted,
guide
his
to
sword
confirm
trembling.
stuff like
I
that.
won't lose you again. Not for anything. Get away from me, he said, and he was very close. I can't lose you again. And he was in reach of her sword now.
Uh-oh.
I hate him. I hate you too. I love you.
Oh,
very
he
first
loves
time.
her.
And then she was weeping. He was holding her. The sword had dropped from her hand.
Aw.
He glanced at the Iblistone. It was no longer the black of the void. It looked like coal. No. It glowed. Like a cinder. It was crackling, burning, crumbling into ashes. You've always loved me, haven't you? She said. She was weak. The stone had taken so much from her. Always, he said. She staggered as he helped her up. Let me take you away. Where? The island of Avalon. The sisters will heal you. He'll follow us. Then we need the Farfarer, the fastest ship in the Empire.
Alright. So, one more time through the ship level.
The Empire had seized his ship.
To
They'd have to take it
Avalon. To Avalon. It's the Avalon parade. It doesn't quite work where it's not Adelaide, isn't it? Isn't it? Does it? Does? Isn't? Pheasant? And I don't know.
Had that door been opened before?
We didn't sleep super great last night. When do we sleep great? Make a mark of when we actually do a recording and we're like, oh, we feel so good today. We feel better than ever. Nothing could go wrong on this day because we've had the best sleep in eternity, said us never. Our therapist always says, wow, there's nothing else up here. Isn't there usually like a... Oh, yeah, the ship comes over. Okay, okay. I was like, isn't there something here? You don't know who Tarzan is. I guess that's what gets us about some of the references, is it's like, you're throwing in references that I don't think would exist in this world. Like, stuff like, oh, he's like a firefox. It's like, that's cheeky, fine, but he's Tarzan. No.
They would fare very far indeed, beyond the Empire, beyond the reach of the Empire, to the mystical island of
So we're just running away.
He didn't know exactly where it was, but he knew he could find it. And they would find peace there.
We're just gonna ignore the Empire.
And straight on till morning, laughed Zenobia. And they laughed together for the first time in a long time.
Wow. They left. Amazing. I feel like I'm being rude, but is this game literally just gonna end with us running away from everything? Because that kind of sucks. Oh yeah, the evil emperor and whatever. Well, we're just leaving. Don't worry about it. You know? Doesn't feel very heroic. Whee! There it goes for the last time. Oh, it landed on the ship. No! There it goes. I'll miss you, weird plank that just kind of catapults the second we touch the elevator platform, the Wonkavator. Ooh. There it goes. Ah. Physics. Physics in games is just the finest thing. That just disappeared. That one just disappeared. It just went poof. But I think I still saw it, so maybe it didn't go as poof as I thought. Let me keep Wonkavating. Up to the Wonkavator. I don't know. Oh, we learned so much about ourselves with each game. What I've learned in this game is, like, after you go through a game like 4 times, you kind of run out of things to talk about. Well, unique things. Like, you know, if someone's speedrunning a game out of Marathon, they'll find things to talk about. But they're talking about the game like you haven't seen the first 400 times they played it. You've probably seen us play this game already. And if you haven't, well, there's 4 videos for you to watch. So, go watch those vids, and then you'll come back and be like, oh, I get it. I get everything that happened here. Ah! I'm dead. You have died. This is a fiery battle, huh? I'm gonna get a sword that doesn't suck ass. I'm sorry, Void Sword, but you suck. You suck. I don't like you. And fuck you anyway. You make me wanna die. I have 130. Okay, I can get more health. There we go. Really fill up. Warlock. Stop it. Stop it. Warlock. And, we also need to watch out once the, explodies come. Oh, there they are. Okay. Explode. very carefully, get them set up to explode, and then run. Seems to be the best way to deal with those. Let me get rid of you. Were you enchanting another warlock? That's not allowed. That's just circle jerking. It's like when you play TF2 and you see the medic healing the medic who's healing the other medic. Hey, sometimes they need that heals, but sometimes it's just like everybody else needs heals. Medic, you can survive. Oh, I was looking for health, but we're just moving on.
Did not go unnoticed.
Make
Scout
all
ships
the right
lifted off,
choices.
And the long lance of the Imperial flagship. Reynardo turned downwind to gain speed. The Raven ships could pursue, but they couldn't close.
That's
The
goofy.
far speaker croaked. You return
Him
her
on the ship.
and
That's
live.
goofy.
Go sacrifice yourself, yelled Reynardo. Then you won't have her either. On the flagship, the Emperor was
Why does he
readying
sound
some
like that?
arcane weapon. It couldn't be. It was
The core.
a devastating beam lanced out of the flagship. Reynardo zigzagged wildly to keep the Farfare out of it. Now the Raven scout ships were closing the distance, and the beam was getting closer too. Then came a blinding flash, and the air was searingly hot all around him. There was a thunderous, deafening roar. He could smell burnt oak and burnt feathers and burnt flesh. But when he could hear and see again,
Wow.
they were alive and unhurt. And they were alone in the sky. Zenobia embraced him. They had done it. Through luck and through love, they had won the war.
We won the war.
Avalon, here we come, he said as he held her arms wide in the prow of the boat and let her feel its speed. Maybe the real Avalon is wherever we're together.
Maybe the real treasure was
so,
the love we
after
made
a
along
bit
the
of an
way.
argument, Reynardo and Zenobia went to one of the two Avalons. The one shrouded in mists, or the one in their hearts. But which one they went to, I'll never tell.
Oh my god. How could you not tell?
He'd done it. He'd forged
Hell
his own
yeah.
destiny. Well, he hadn't actually done it, but he knew what he would do. Reynardo smiled at the
Wait,
book.
he hadn't...
He
This is
practically
all
wanted
in the
to kiss
book?
it.
This
The king's
hasn't happened yet?
sacrifice hadn't been in vain. He'd saved the book and saved the world. Reynardo owed him and his mother so much. Reynardo lowered the mainsail and let the Farfarer shoot forward in the breeze. Second star to the right, and straight on till morning.
We're really,
This time,
really going on that
he would
Peter
win.
Pan thing, huh? This game was alright. It's pretty good for what it is. It's a good proof of concept game. Again, I think Omen Sight was much better in many ways because it more feels like a complete game. This game's kind of missing. Well, it badly needs a few extra levels for one, but mostly I think it's missing a more satisfying conclusion. The conclusion still just felt like we were just going through the levels we've seen before again. Julian Casey did quite good work as the sole voice actor here, though. I was very impressed by his portrayal of the characters outside of Zenobia, but we did come to enjoy his Zenobia, so I guess it was pretty good. Yeah, we would lightly recommend this game. If you like playing levels over and over and just building your character up, you'll probably like it, but I don't know, the last loop kind of it was a little disappointing. I think it needed a little. This needed a boss fight, I think. it's one of those things where it's like, I get it, you couldn't quite get a boss together, and so you just wrote around needing a boss, but having some sort of boss would have been nice. Even if it's just the Emperor's just sitting there while you fight a big battle, I think that would have been good. But yeah, this game was pretty fun. We had fun playing it. Apparently Spearhead has not done anything since Omen Sight. I hope. Oh, thank you, Canada. I hope Spearhead has not folded. We would like to see more games from them because we do like this style of action adventure, but also you're looping through choices and forging paths and, you know, making stories. Yeah, we also thought the writing of this game was alright, but really needed less references. Like the Peter Pan reference we were holding the ending on for some reason. Stone and Skyrip are always active? That doesn't really do anything for me, but okay. I want to look at our, I just want to look at our figure. Oh, that looks so cool. We only got to see it a second, but look at it. Look at that figure. But yeah, if you want, there is there are all these paths we did not do. If you would like to play the game, there's so many other paths you can see, so many other story possibilities. But these are the ones we took, so yeah. This game was fun. I'm glad we played it. Next time, another game with Starry the Fox. I'm sure that narrows it down pretty good for you. Yeah. We'll see you all then. Bye, everybody.